Fuck it. Okay, fuck it. Let's do it live. Okay, mic is hot. We are streaming. Hello, people.
Hi.
We're here, and I'm trying to get the fucking dumbass alert box off the screen.
These are okay.
Hey, Red Velvet Chips Ahoy aren't half bad. I think we all learned a valuable lesson today.
Thanks for tuning in.
See you next week. Great podcast. We just muted the whole pod. We just 2 hours of silence. Thank you, viewers, for tuning in.
A 5-minute podcast every week called Hot Take, where we just scream into the mic for 5 minutes.
Today's topics of discussion will be recent events out of the UK, a podcast I don't like, maybe D&D, and many, many more.
Not anymore. Well, actually,
yeah, like we're gonna go on some like insane tangents. Like this whole thing, I actually really enjoy listening to this podcast because it's like it reflects my thought patterns almost perfectly of just having
stream of consciousness,
like an ADHD stream of consciousness where it's insane.
Yeah, the he never actually got out.
Yeah, she never got out. They never escaped. But the Twitter was hilarious. Okay. Let me see how
That's upsetting.
I know, right? I wish they were also free to roam the earth. Okay, let's look at the channel view counts. Let's see what we got here. The political episode's still up there. We got 43 views on that one.
The political one.
The one where we get heated. Lola? Craig?
Hello.
Get on in here, my new co-host.
Hi.
Please, come take a seat. Yes. You know, they say a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush.
Who says hello?
Americans. Yeah, we're doing
That
good.
is the weirdest saying.
Yeah, like,
I still don't exactly know what the fuck it means.
I've never heard anyone use that saying outside of, like, a piece of media.
Who's the what?
It's like a phrase. Fuck,
David ripped the package open when there was a very clearly labeled tab that he could have just lifted.
We got 4 viewers. Okay, we're not going to address you guys until you sit down. We're just going to talk to each other. Okay, so, yeah, I got some pork rinds, too, for the Europeans.
Alright.
They're taking their sweet time. Anyway, what the fuck? Yeah, what the fuck does one bird... I guess it means, like, having something in your, like, in immediate possession is better than having a greater quantity of an item in potential possession.
Yeah, that's... Yeah, I think that's basically what it is.
Yeah, yeah.
It just sounds so fucking stupid. I don't like a lot of American idioms for that reason. Just...
Quieter than a lobster in a library is a pretty good idiom.
Quieter than a lobster
in
in
a
a
library?
library?
Because lobsters don't make noise.
Where the fuck did you
Do
get
not
that?
speak a word until you sit down at the table. Anyway, so
They've
like,
been mumbling over there and he's getting mad.
a lobster.
Doing the podcast?
Yeah, you guys are late.
No, we're not dressed until they sit down. It's going to be weird for the audience. Anyway, back to...
You can have any of the mean beers.
The meme beers.
Yeah,
What-
we
what'd
got
you
a
get?
6 for.
Take 6.
I went to go get the Uzo because I wanted Uzo.
Oh.
You guys gonna do
Oh no, I thought it was tasty. There's soju in there as well.
Oh, perfect. I always mix that. Okay. Shit, we got to talk about something while I mix my own... Yeah, this is actually the exact size I wanted. I'm not even joking.
You gonna make that Korean death drink?
I like it. Give me a
No,
glass.
it's good, but that's the problem. It'll get you fucked up. Because soju is surprisingly strong.
Shout out to Dahe, original blazing Asian for any occasion.
I was like, I don't think they were blazing.
Well, the blazing Asian for any occasion.
Whoa!
Craig, we're talking about the king today. Get on over here. You too, Lola.
Light body.
I need your ice cube.
You're just taking my brownies out my fridge.
Brownies. Oh shit! I haven't had dessert yet.
You smell like cigarettes.
Me?
Yes.
God, I have no. Oh, I was driving the van around all day. That's
That's like the best thing to open with because it's so long.
I will give him that. The spatula
Like,
did work
there's a
surprisingly.
grill.
Oh,
it's
the
the
grill
grill.
flip.
It's the
Yeah.
grill one with like the.
Because it has the little nifty schmick schmack. Taking it back.
It's for your grill beer.
Yeah, it's that way like when you have the chef's hat on. Atomic pumpkin. Ew. Oh, I spilled beer on my laptop.
I
Fuck.
thought it was really funny.
What the fuck?
I was like, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck? Ooh.
Yeah, again, those are meme beers. There's like one or two that might be actually good. What? Did I put your what?
In the fridge.
No, I didn't put anything in the fridge. Which
They're
ones
all
are
gone.
yours?
Yeah, where are they? Where'd you put the? Oh.
I put the whole thing right in the middle of it.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
I kind of want to try this.
I want
Okay.
to try. I want to try the Petty Jean in that one, so don't drink it all.
Go ahead.
We need to work on like starting this podcast like where we don't immediately derail it and talk about what's happening that the audience can't see.
Or we can have one of us describe exactly what's happening
Okay.
for the audience.
Someone give us live captions. People are opening beers in my apartment.
Illegally
Goodbye.
opening
Do you-
beers.
Are you okay? Do you not want to come on?
Huh?
Do you not want to be on the show?
I need to walk, and I told Larissa I'm gonna walk with her to the library. So
Oh,
I just
okay,
walk
cool.
on my way.
A warm
You,
beer.
you walked Craig over here to keep him safe. That's noble of you.
I feel dangerous in the night.
Can I try it? I guarantee it's awful.
Spicy. It's spicy.
Yeah, it says spicy instead of special right here.
Oh, it's
Okay.
spicy.
Spicy.
Well, it's like actually spicy. Yeah.
It's
Okay.
actually spicy.
Guys, we need to talk about the subject at hand.
I gotta pee.
We have
go
an
ahead.
Atomic Pumpkin Spicy from, what is this, Voodoo Ranger?
Yeah.
Ugh, Voodoo Ranger.
It's not
Well, it's New Belgium.
bad.
It's actually pumpkin spicy.
It's spicy.
I have a
Yeah.
blue wing.
It's upsetting.
Terribly
Oh, you don't
ale.
like it?
He's currently
No.
drinking a
Do
blue
you
wing
wanna
out of a
try the-
salsa and chip plate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've poured it in the plate. So
Yeah, you're
I'm
drinking
like
it
a
out of the
cat.
salsa. Yeah.
Just
I kind of like
Blah,
that one
blah,
if you
blah,
want to
blah, blah,
try
blah.
it.
Okay, so as you can tell, dear viewers,
Spicy.
Spicy.
the thumbnail on our stream is now King Charles,
King
and
Charles.
the image you're currently seeing is the flag of England.
Yeah.
Not the UK, just England only. It's the white one with
Oh,
the
yeah.
red cross.
Red Cross.
Red cross.
St. George's
You don't like
flag.
that one?
St. George's flag. Wait, is he the same
can
like
have both. I
dragon?
want
He's the dragon guy, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think-
So
There were
They
no
need to be
dragons, but
chilled.
for some reason we
Yeah.
have that. But I mean, Wales has
Can't put 'em
an
in the-
actual dragon on theirs.
You can
So,
put them on ice.
yeah, that's one
I
up.
can't put it in the refrigerator.
It'll degas. It'll go flat.
yeah, like guys, come on, we gotta stop the crosstalk. We're trying to make money here.
No, we're not.
I am.
Sorry. We're trying to figure out how to make bad beer good.
We should have figured that out before we started the
Well, if
pod.
you want a good beer,
Okay,
buy
so-
some Blue Wing. Blue Wing. Sold at your local liquor store today.
It gives you
Reasonably
wings.
priced, and it gives you wings.
Only in Arkansas.
Not in the Red Bull way. Drink Blue Wing today.
But it's only in Arkansas.
Do we get paid now? When do we get paid?
You can't just do an ad.
Yeah,
read.
we've done that. We've done that for Blue Chew dozens of times.
Dude, I saw a fucking commercial for Blue Chew the other day.
On
I
TV?
was like, what the? No, I don't watch TV. Where
Okay,
was it? It wasn't a porn site, I swear.
YouTube.
It was probably YouTube.
Yeah, because like
I think it was YouTube. I was like, where the fuck am I right
because
now?
every content creator I follow like plugs Blue Chew.
I thought it was a meme. I didn't know
No,
it was
it's
real.
a real thing. They
We
sponsor
gotta try
anybody.
it, boys. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
Blue Chew Night. It's
Blue
coming
Chew-
up.
Blue Chew
Chew
night. See,
night.
we're gonna do blue. Instead of one day, 1 week coming up, we're gonna take a Blue Chew and not record the podcast, and the next day we'll give like a update review.
How about just Blue Chew on the podcast?
I mean, but then we'll just be talking about our hard penises live. instead of,
God,
like,
I'm
the
so
after-
hard.
I'm
That's
so
different
hard.
from other podcasts.
Hi, Mom.
The hardest I've ever been. Is this what it's like to be more than 2 inches?
2.2.
I've doubled my length to a mighty 3 inches.
0.5, here I come.
I think I can see it now.
Are you telling me I got more dick in me than out of me?
It's like -6. It's like a bump at the back.
Well, because like you're like you know like
Get your tail, though.
you know like some like male porn stars like. I know you gentlemen have probably accidentally discovered like some porn videos in your time. I have. No viruses and all that. You know how some of those guys, like their dicks, like kind of like instead of like going straight, they like kind of hang down. I thought that was just like a different kind of dick, but it's actually from like the surgery where they cut the bands and like give you like it's like a 2-inch extension, but because they cut like a band of tissue tendon, it can't support itself anymore.
It's the dick flex tendon.
Yeah, so
that you bounce
yeah.
your towel on when you weigh it down.
Yeah, so you can't flex your dick
300 reps a day.
anymore, but you have 300 reps a day.
300 wet towel reps.
Speaking of 300 wet towel reps, let's get to what I wanted to talk about.
Reptile reps.
Reptile rep.
Put a bunch of the lizards on there.
It's a gecko. It's ripping my skin off.
They're biting.
I'm
into it.
brother. Hell yeah.
Hell yes, brother. What do you actually want to talk about?
So, big news out of England this week, or last week actually, but we're talking about it this week. Like last week tonight.
I can't think of anything.
Me neither.
Big news. So, ding dong. The Queen is dead. Long live the King.
Fuck the king.
Whoa, you're anti-monarchy? Dude, that'll get you sent to jail.
Yeah.
I was talking about
I'm
this.
in America. What are they gonna do?
Send like the SAS here to like kick your ass and kill.
Fucking come through the windows.
MI6.
They stop and kill an Afghani
shit,
family
yeah.
on the way, as is normal SAS procedure.
As is tradition.
As is tradition.
They steal something that's culturally relevant to our country.
My beer sign! Like, no, they see my fucking Buddha statue and snag it for the Royal Museum out of instinct. Damn it!
They steal our the Declaration of Independence, put it in their museum.
Yeah.
Just to get cracked. Why?
He's weird. He's like
He's hulking out.
He's like a super spoiled member of the royal family as well. He's not like a real person. He's been like handed everything,
He's
like
never had a
most
job.
royal people, to be honest. But
Well, Lizzie drove a truck at least.
Lizzie was real. Lizzie was like an actual person because she lived back in the days where you know there was still like you had to do shit by hand and do it yourself, and the monarchy actually had shit to do.
But she was in World War II. Like she was an ambulance driver. Yeah.
She was an ambulance driver, and she was a bit of a mechanic as well.
Yeah.
So you know, she was actually like useful and actually helped the people in some way. I mean, most people in power do horrible things. Like she oversaw like apartheid and all that kind of stuff. Didn't do much, yeah. Which is kind of fucked. But also, you know, she was.
She told Diana to stop hugging AIDS victims.
Yeah, that's you know, old people.
And then she died of AIDS.
She sent.
Diana died of AIDS.
She or
Yeah.
her parents
Yep.
sent her mentally challenged cousins to be excommunicated into a home.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what was that?
They said they were
boy.
dead, but they were
Yeah.
alive.
Wait,
still
what the
in, like,
fuck?
a
There were
insane
two,
asylum.
So like the Kennedys, just Kennedy.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
They probably got it as that.
I think that, yeah, they were her sisters.
That's a
I
good
believe.
idea. Cousins, I believe.
Cousins. Okay.
Yeah, Kennedy went to visit. He was like, "Hey, Lizzie, my retarded sister we lobotomized. We put her in a home. Get rid of your cousins like that."
What was her problem? She wasn't retarded. What was her
Kennedy's
Lobotomizer, right?
They that's
she,
why they.
she so like when
There
she
was
was
a
when she
reason they wanted to lobotomize.
well, when she was born, like she was deprived of oxygen, so she had like some developmental delays, and then just fucking lobotomized her at 21.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
she talked as a woman. That's straight up the reason.
No,
Like
no,
they,
no, that
she
is.
was quote aggressive and talked
No, she
back.
had a learning disability. Please read a history
She
book.
lost some
I've
slacks
read
one day, and that was it.
I
Honestly.
mean, that sounds like mental illness to me. I mean, I can't debate.
Yeah,
that.
when you know when a woman's like, "I want to vote," and you're like, "Ooh, I gotta call a loony bin on this one."
God.
That guy still has his Nobel Prize. The guy who invented lobotomy still has his Nobel Prize to this day, despite being dead. But
Yeah, God, I love living in modern day times.
Yeah.
Isn't it great?
The greatest part about living in modern day times is seeing a lot of archaic shit coming back. Like electroshock therapy legit now.
If it's in a low dosage, yeah.
Yeah, extremely low dosage with a needle directly poking the point that they want to fry. And like, okay, everyone, you ready? Just okay, we're done.
And instead of just like sticking their whole head and like
Sticking their head in salt water with a car battery.
I just imagine the fucking like psychiatrist playing electric guitar, like he's in Pink Floyd solos, and now this guy's head.
I'm cured.
It cures the gay?
Or like
What do they use it for?
or like
What do they use it for?
you know he's leeches.
Depression, seizures,
Yeah.
schizophrenia. Some
Yeah.
points,
But not the gay?
Not the
not
gay.
the gay.
Turns out you
unfortunately.
can't cure being gay.
Yeah.
My dad tried, believe me. That's why I don't have an older brother anymore. Love you, Dad.
Oh, I thought he was like, my dad tried, believe me. But
Rest
I'm
in
glad
peace,
he did
Damien.
it because now I'm born with my
now
twin
I'm
sister.
straight. It worked.
That's why I don't have an older brother anymore. Let me introduce my older sister.
My dad doesn't believe people are gay. He just thinks they're trans.
The
Like,
Iran method.
yes,
I like
yeah,
that,
the Iran slash
Right.
Turing. Who broke the Turing code? No, wait, fuck.
the Enigma code.
The Enigma code. It was
Alexander Turing.
That was Turing.
yeah.
no.
And then he got castrated afterwards for being homosexual.
Yeah, they're like, oh, he's gay.
In
Cut
fairness,
his
it
balls
was
off.
fucking younger boys, younger men. I think they were men.
Mountain
Well,
just commented
I think
plays
they were, like,
Freebird.
Yeah, I don't think they were. I think they were just like alarmingly younger than him.
Yeah. Oh my god. That's a thing British guys do.
It's not just British guys.
No, like,
Is that true?
So like, I was reading this book about the Congo, and one of the main figures that like
Wait,
raised
there's more than the one?
Yeah, there's more than Heart of Darkness. and living and I think his name was actually like something Livingston. Like Henry Livingston or something. He was one of the main whistleblowers for Leopold's abuses in the Congo. So he was like, pretty much like one of the main like three guys responsible for getting the Congo taken away from Leopold. But he would also just fuck underage Congolese slaves the whole time while he was there.
But what was the legal age at the time?
I don't know. They were slaves. They were. Stop.
Listening to it and drawing. But there was a picture going around on Reddit of this like old man and this 12-year-old girl. It's like, this is so and so from Mississippi and his 12-year-old bride.
Yeah, Republicans
Did she
routinely
look
vote.
happy?
Republicans routinely vote to keep child marriage legal, like in red states.
I don't think children were happy back then.
Yeah.
So,
They
like-
had jobs. They didn't have the opportunity.
So like when Queen Elizabeth was dying, like it was, you could fucking tell. We were at lunch and watching the BBC. Like during the commercial break, the BBC anchors like put on like their black clothing. And that's when you knew.
before the news was announced.
Yeah.
What was his name? Can't remember. His name.
Like he's like the main guy. Like the main,
The BBC news presenter basically had like a blue suit on, and then like in the middle of the broadcast comes on with like his changed suit mid broadcast. It's like that's not a good fucking sign
That's
at
bad,
all. Yeah. And then like I think it was like an hour later it was announced that she passed away. It was like
Do they know what got her? Like old age, I assume.
I think
Was it-
so.
yeah.
I mean it's just old people disease.
Yeah. After she like finished draining Philip of his energy, she didn't really have anyone to siphon off of.
Yeah. Because in the last photo you can see her hands are getting like really purple. It's just like that's
yeah.
what happened to her, Phil.
Yeah. Or she met the new prime minister and promptly died of cringe.
That is full possibility, honestly.
She's like, oh, this is.
There is
I
nothing
don't-
between those ears,
I don't want to
honestly.
live in this country anymore. Die.
I'm out.
See, Meghan Markle wore like the same outfit, not the same, like the same style of outfit Princess Diana wore.
When was this?
During the funeral, like she had like the same hat and the red rose in the same place.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, it was like the.
That's I
weird.
mean, she's just trying to symbolize, but I mean, she doesn't really do anything.
Yeah, Meghan Markle. She's not in the royal family anymore.
No, I know they abdicated, and it's just
Yeah.
like I mean, Meghan Markle, you can love her or hate her, but
Thanks,
I
Danny.
mean, it's just kind of like she doesn't really do anything.
I mean, like,
She was really good in Suits.
She was not. I started watching Suits.
I just
because
laughed
she's
so hard
in
I
it,
popped-
and I was just like, she sucks.
I just
honestly.
laughed so hard I popped my back.
Yeah, well, you're welcome. But no, she's. I mean, if she's trying to like show herself off like Princess Diana, do something like Princess Diana would do. She's the woman of the people, is what she was, princess of the people, and she hasn't done fucking anything. All she did was get upset because people hated her, and then left. It's like.
Well, Meghan Markle?
Meghan Markle just received.
Well,
and
wasn't
all
she...
these charity things that you said you would do, you know, or like in like previous interviews and everything. Why didn't you do it?
She was getting like a lot of race-based hate.
Yeah, that's just England, because
yeah. Fact of life.
most of the people that like the monarchy are the racists, which is, I mean, you know, they're just old usually, and it's like, fuck's sake.
I wish she'd stayed.
Yeah, they do.
Because then you guys could have had a Black King and people's heads would have exploded.
Yeah, because Harry isn't a bad guy either.
He was in the military. That's pretty
He
cool.
was, yeah. Actually flew rescue helicopters and all that. I don't know the details, but I know he flew some Chinooks and all that. So I mean,
Yeah.
he's doing something. William used to do some of that as well.
Chinooks are pieces of shit. This is a story I get from my uncle was in my uncle was in Desert Storm. Sorry, I want to say Iraqi Freedom, but different wars, Gulf War, and so they had a Chinook, you know, behind. They got picked up behind enemy lines because he was like an engineer, so they were like blowing up a bridge and an orphanage, you know, just for good measure. Fucking orphans. But
Okay.
and so on their way home, the Chinook springs a fucking oil leak, and this apparently happens all the time with these things, and so they have to stop and land every 30 miles in a helicopter. You know how fast 30 miles? Because the engine runs out of oil so quickly, and they can't afford to stop for too long to make a full repair, because then like the Iraqis' radar could lock onto them, or like they could get like hit by, you know, some random, you know, villager of an RPG, and so they have to like you know, fly, land, fill up oil, filthy oil again, even though the oil's gonna come out, fly up again, land
With the engine,
The engine has to stay
super fucking hot.
No, you don't understand. No, the blades were still running. They didn't want to risk shutting it off. So my uncle had to fucking they'll get underneath
really
the blade.
fast.
Yeah, he had to, like, he was like I fucking hate the army. I fucking hate the army. I fucking hate the army. Yeah, like, as he's pouring like a dirty 5-gallon bucket full of oil, and this helicopter
Doing it quart by quart.
Yeah, this helicopter was known to have this problem. They had extra oil in the fucking helicopter because
they knew it was an issue.
yeah, they knew it was an issue. But like, yeah, it was like it should not have been flying at all. He's like,
They needed some, what is that? JB Weld. They needed some JB Weld.
Some
We're taking it right out of it.
yeah, oh my god,
Good
yeah.
shit.
He has some crazy stories from the Gulf War. He was at the Highway of Death too.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Kind of big.
Ain't nothing like the smell of burning flesh. But speaking of burning flesh, back to the Queen. She's in hell. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, yeah, probably, to be honest.
I mean, like, I don't really believe in
Heaven and hell.
hell. So, like,
But if there was,
you know, well, the Irish say she's in a box. That's probably a really accurate analysis of where she is currently, in a
Yeah.
box.
That is
Yeah.
And
correct.
she is. Well, is
just cruising down all the streets.
she in that box? It seems like a big security like risk having just her corpse being paraded around England.
Yeah, well, they've got snipers and shit everywhere. I mean, there's so much security detail during this whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw the guy who got beaten the shit out because he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, Prince Andrew's a nonce," just speaking the truth, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, paid off all his lawsuit loans with taxpayer money. Love that. That was sick. Love that. Fucking just send him to prison. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, the Queen took his military honors away already, like, in a, like a, quietly took them away. She didn't, like, you know,
Announced.
imagine if she's like,
My son is a nonce.
she didn't, she didn't,
My son's a fucking wanker.
It turns out he does sweat. Oh,
That's the whole thing. Did you hear about that?
no, oh yeah,
His defense for the picture of him and Ghislaine Maxwell with the young lady was that, oh, this individual sweats and I don't.
He's like, I have a mental condition from the
Yeah.
years and I don't even.
It stops my sweat glands from working out. He was like slightly dead. And that was his whole
He goes, "This is
fucking
not
defense."
me. I cannot
So I
swear."
swear. I was like, well, it is though, isn't it?
Nonce alert.
There's actually a photo. So you know the photo where Epstein is with Ghislaine Maxwell outside on that cabin,
Yeah.
and like they're snuggled up together. There's the exact same picture of the Queen at
Yeah,
the
yeah.
exact same cabin because they can point out the details of the cabin,
Like the
it's
wood
same.
patterns, yeah.
yeah, and they pointed that out. I'm like, wow. So I mean, the Queen might have known about that like a fair bit, and
I feel like most powerful people probably did.
yeah,
I read that. I think that cabin is like owned by the royal family, but in the sense like it's like they don't hang out there all the time. Like, and Andrew was friends with Epstein, so that does explain. Typically I go with like the simplest solutions, most likely correct.
Occam's razor.
Occam's razor. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Did you see that? See Andrew? See that video of Andrew like grabbing his daughter's ass?
Yes.
Yes.
I've not seen
was-
that
No,
one.
he
That
like
was
ran
like-
his hand through her.
He was like holding her shoulder, and then he like bends down, but he doesn't like do a sweep. He goes
He like runs his hand down.
credit card
and
swipes
wipes
her
his
ass, and like doesn't do it quickly. Like
Nice.
if you realized it, you'd usually like, but he's like
Yeah,
like a
just
slow like 2-second fall through her cheeks.
And then he sniffs and then.
I think he
Really?
does pull his.
no.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I hope not. I
Yeah,
really hope
yeah.
not.
Oh God.
the royal
Almighty Allah.
Why can't he just sleep with one of his siblings? You know?
Yeah, like a
Like a normal person.
like a
classic
gentleman,
culture.
like a gentleman.
That's
Marry your
accepted.
marry your cousin. Have
Exactly.
some freaky jawed children, and then
Exactly.
you know,
I've been doing that for years. Nothing has gone wrong.
Yeah, your Habsburg jaw is coming along nicely, and a few more generations of inbreeding, and you'll be
Few more generations of inbreeding, you probably won't be able to walk.
like what
Yeah.
was it? King Charles of Spain, right? That's him. No, that wasn't Charles.
There was something with the King Charles.
No, like
He was the last.
No,
king
no,
of
no,
Spain.
Charles II. Charles
Oh,
II.
okay, he was last king.
Yep.
Yeah, last king of Spain.
Last Habsburg king
With the
of
big.
Spain.
Yeah,
jaw.
and like I remember reading about him like repeatedly baffled Christendom by continuing to live.
It's so good.
So they needed him to like just fuck someone to get like an heir.
The royal blood.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
and this time they're like, okay, let's introduce someone really not related to us. So they found this girl who would marry him, but because he was so like physically disabled, he couldn't fuck. So they like commissioned like an engineer to build a contraption to where like two guys would like lower her onto his dick, like essentially like a
Which
pulley
was almost
system.
non-existent.
Almost non-existent. Like he couldn't get an erection. He didn't produce semen either.
I think it broke his hip.
Yeah, I think it did. Yeah, he had like encephalitis and like thin bones.
That is a broken man right there.
Inbreeding is not good.
And he
really-
lived to like 35 or
I
something.
know,
It
right?
was something like that. It was
That's-
something
that's-
way too long.
Still alive.
Dude, so it's like what gets me is like why is Charles's like shape like our Charles the new king? Why is his head shaped where like he's perpetually looking downward? Like he it's like tilt. He has like a you know that dinosaur like headbutts thing because their spine like connects to the bottom of their skull. Like, it's like that's.
Maybe he does. Maybe he has those people.
He was
Did
so-
you see the video of him like chewing off the thing? He's like,
Honestly. It's like, I'm
What a
king now.
nail.
Move this shit.
Move,
It's
move
like,
this inkwell, peasant. He's
what
like,
a
move it.
twat. Dude. Camilla's a twat as well, honestly.
Camilla?
Camilla, that's his wife.
Oh, I was always trying to say like Kamala, like our first lady.
Kamala Harris.
Kamala Harris.
First lady.
She is
No.
not the first lady.
First vice president.
Women can have office, Dave.
Let's go over the merits of women in power, okay? So,
Okay, we went over the merits of women in power. Let's go with the demerits.
enough about women's rights. It's time for women's wrongs.
Women's lefts.
Women's
That is one
women's
thing.
forwards,
My
women's backwards.
my British roommate would always say is that he studied a lot about America. He's currently at Cornell getting his law degree, and he's like,
wow.
and
Congratulations.
I know, it's insane. But he's saying like he can see America having a black president and never a woman president, and the UK being reverse prime minister. They can have a woman but never a black person. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah,
That
yeah.
hasn't happened yet.
Well, like the one racist like
it would
person
kind
of color was what's his name again? Like, he lost, but
Rishi Sunak.
Yeah.
wasn't he about to? He's like second place though, right?
Yeah, well, yeah. There was just those two contending for the Conservative leadership, and we got the worst one out of it. So that's good. But I mean, she's got like zero personality. She's like a wet flannel with the same intelligence as one, honestly.
But she's not brown.
Yeah, that's good then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had
So
Barry
that's the
63.
one
Oh yeah,
yeah.
she'll set us straight.
She's got all the worst parts of Theresa May. Not Theresa May.
The Queen.
No, what's her name? Fucking the Iron Lady.
Wait,
Thatcher,
Margaret
Thatcher,
Thatcher.
Thatcher.
Maggie Thatcher, and she's got the same personality as fucking Theresa
We need to watch that movie sometime. The Iron Lady.
No, I'm good.
Was it
I think it's like an anti-Thatcher. I don't think it's like a pro-Thatcher film.
Was it
I
the
don't watch
Chancellor
anything Thatcher.
of Italy who called her a...
No,
that's Angela
No, that
Merkel.
was Angela Merkel. That was was it Berlusconi called her an unfuckable
lard ass?
Yeah.
Berlusconi, what a fucking
Viva
pig that guy is,
Italia.
honestly.
Didn't he get like re-elected after that?
Oh yeah.
Wait, is
until
he-
he got into prison.
Is he in charge now? No, wait, no.
No, he's in prison.
The current Italian prime minister is like a nice old man, according to our Italian friend.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
but he's about to lose. So
Oh.
yeah, new government.
Speaking of which, speaking of elections, you see Sweden?
Yeah, far right. Oh fuck yeah, I saw that.
Well, for Sweden, definitely far right. I would
like
say
middle
like
for
for
us.
American terms, yeah, I would say they might even be pushing like Democrat for our terms.
Yeah.
But for Sweden, people can't get food.
Yeah.
So
But it doesn't exist, so,
It's almost like when you can't get food, you're going to walk to somewhere where you can get food.
It was space lasers.
Yeah.
Space lasers and poor infrastructure.
Poor infrastructure, isn't it?
Yeah, sure, man.
Sorry. In it.
as those Brits say.
Sorry, I'll fuck off with that. Shit. What I said we were going to talk about. So we
Wait, what?
said,
It said D&D at one point.
yeah, I do want to talk about
It's
D&D.
the only thing I can think of.
So Roll Family, D&D. There's one.
I
Oh
can
yeah.
talk
Oh.
about D&D. I
Oh,
like
perfect.
D&D.
Okay, so can I like? So you guys ever heard the podcast called
Oh yeah. That's,
Chapo Trap House?
Never heard.
That's a Levy podcast. Yep, I know exactly
Okay,
what
so,
that is.
So I fucking hate them so much. Chapo,
Mhm.
if you're listening, you're nihilistic pieces of shit who don't deserve a platform.
They're anarchists, right?
Yikes.
Yeah, no.
oh
Here's what,
fuck.
no, here's what happened. So these fucking yuppies in New York around about I think 2015 started a podcast, and it was pretty good. It was pretty funny to entertaining. Then Trump won the 2016 election. They were pretty upset about it, as I was. But then this time around in 2020, the moment Bernie lost the primary again, they went full doom. We're like, nothing will ever get better.
Oh.
You're it's that kind of like mindset. Also, we should probably shut that off at some point. If you do the disco.
Going for this.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Oh wait, that's my knife towel. Use the white towel or the blue towel.
Maybe some nice residue in there.
Oh, there's a
it's
like
just
a
a regular
it's a middle
switch,
light switch. So essentially, when Bernie lost in the 2020 primaries, they went full doomer, full nihilist, full what's the cynicistic
Cynic.
cynic, yeah,
Cynical.
cynical. They went completely cynical, and it pissed me off because they have a lot of viewers, and they were doing they were essentially became the South Park creators going like, oh, if you care about things, you're stupid. Like nothing will ever get better. Just sit back and laugh. And they have the luxury to act like that because they made, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year off their podcast, and now they've become like the very wealthy people that don't care. They were railing against when they first started out. And yeah, no. And guess whose side they took in the Russia-Ukraine conflict?
The good guys. Side.
Yeah, the shitty neutral post, the fake neutral one.
Get out memed, Zach.
No, the fake neutral one where they're like,
got me.
actually, no, this is NATO's fault because apparently it's NATO's fault when another country wants to join NATO. How dare countries?
How dare you
choose-
be a good organization?
How dare countries democratically decide what they want to be a part of? Where's the? You're in a good
Portula.
sports.
Oh, no, yeah.
I would say, doesn't. Ragu have the...
Yeah, so essentially, Chapo, I'm calling you out. I have no debate experience, but I can beat any of you in a debate. Chris, you took enough acid to fry your brain, and now you're retarded. So you couldn't beat me even if you were capable of, saying a coherent thought. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Fair
Mountain,
enough.
forward that over to Chapo Trap.
Chapo
Trap House.
Yeah, Chapo.
Chapo Trap House.
Chapo Trap
Plays.
House.
Thank you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
No,
shuffle.
get him.
Any chance to see this message? No, but they're a cancer for online thought, so
They
I
are
don't care.
ass.
Yeah.
But NATO is expanding quite
yeah. Yeah, it's all Russia just forcing countries to join the Warsaw Pact at gunpoint while NATO were like, "Hey guys, want to join?" Like we didn't go to Turkey with a fucking nuclear submarine and be like, "Hey, NATO."
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that shit, did you see what happened today? This morning, Azerbaijan.
Oh, Azerbaijan.
Yeah,
Armenia?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead, Dave.
Well, I was like, no,
go ahead, Dave.
No, someone else took the reins. I'm talking about.
I have opinions on this.
Give us your opinion.
So, as you call it these days, go get them, boys. But
I love how Turkey.
anyway, very large conflict happened immediately.
Yeah,
No one knew what the fuck.
Why
happened.
does everyone want to genocide Armenia? Like every couple of generations, some random ethnic group is like, "Fuck the Armenians!"
And Turkey really hates everyone that's not Turkish.
Yeah,
And that's the thing, is they fucked. Armenia's essentially fucked now because Turkey and Azerbaijan, for the past couple of months, have been trying to form a union, which essentially is like one country.
Yeah.
And so, because of that, Turkey's big with Azerbaijan. So NATO won't do anything with Armenia now because Turkey's part of NATO.
Yeah.
So Armenia's fucked.
Armenia, they called upon Russia to help them. They
Yeah.
essentially activated the weird Soviet equivalent of Article 5. But I don't know if Russia can afford to even help our.
No.
Yeah.
Keep getting memed on.
Yeah, like Ukraine,
Like
It's
hasn't
bad.
hasn't the Ukraine pushed them back to their border?
Yeah, in
like
Kharkiv,
their
yes.
actual border.
Yes.
Yeah, essentially.
Not like the.
Largest, I think it's the quickest. What's the word for it? Like expansion, the quickest pushback of a military front since D-Day in France.
I find it really funny because a lot of people keep talking online. It's like, yeah, we keep expecting to see the Russian spec ops, and we think they're being deployed, and then they get rinsed. So we're waiting, or thinking they were there.
Dude, I really still don't know what's going on because they recently, for some reason, Russia's been not Russia. I can't remember what the actual agency is, but some agency has been putting out a map cataloging everyone they can figure out who has died and where they are from. It's 2 people from Moscow, 1 person from St. Petersburg. All the Russian areas, it's 2, maybe 3
because
people
people
tops.
get pissed that they're
And then you go to the south, you go to the east, and it's hundreds. Right, so
All
they're
the
taking,
Siberians,
they're shipping.
family out of Ukraine. She didn't listen to me.
Because it's so easy to get out of.
And I got the fattest "I told you so" in, boys. I'm kidding. I did not do that.
To her corpse.
I did not.
Her family's dead bodies.
I told you so, bitch.
Gotcha.
No. That did not happen.
So like you freed it.
And then I had to donate it to GoFundMe to get some people out of Ukraine. And it
Oh, I
worked.
forgot it was Mother's Day. Oh, wait.
Fuck off! It's too dark. Oh jeez.
Ugh, boy.
Oh god. But one really like and of course there's like the standard horrible news coming out of like the liberated areas, like they're like
Just buy it.
yeah, all the stuff in Buka times 10 basically.
I still don't know what happened to Buka, and I don't want to know.
I have a pretty
People sad.
I'm not a very,
Yeah, I can guess what happened.
I'm not a very sensitive guy, but I don't even want to talk about that either. It's like just like the fact that people can behave that way in the 21st century when we have things like the internet. And
What do you have to say about Ukraine,
I
Theo?
think it's kind of the other way. I think the internet kind of makes it worse.
yeah,
Of the exposure to things desensitizes
Yeah.
a lot.
I've actually been thinking about stuff like that pretty recently, and how we it's pretty well accepted that we go against our nature a lot of the times nowadays in the 21st century, because we've grown to a point where we're like, okay, our baser instincts are stupid, and we are evolving past that. We need to suppress those. But looking back on it, it's like, what things that are looked at as really, really bad now, like morally bad, were evolutionarily important for our progression. And like our aggressive like taking over and taking out all of the other homos,
Drinking your own piss.
all the other homos,
Hominids.
all the other homos,
all the other hominids.
Like one gay to rule
Yeah,
them all.
well, I suppose drinking your own piss is pretty gnarly. to
That's
be
true.
honest. Yeah.
I mean, it gets you really high.
Does it?
If you drink it enough times, then the toxins accumulate, and then you just trip balls and die.
And then your kidneys stop working. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
But-
viewers, give us some opinions in the chat. I want to read something.
Yeah.
Anyway, so, I mean, like, when they first made TV, I think the guy, like, one of the first reporters to react to the TV being a thing was like, there's not going to be another war after this, because people from one side or the other, from one side of the world to the other, can communicate and see how other people live and realize they're humans, not, like, hate them. No, did not work. Oh, yeah.
And then we came
They're
up with
not.
MTV.
MTV, the driving force behind them.
That stopped the wars for a bit.
Behind.
You know.
Well,
Yeah, so-
I don't know, guys. I want.
But then it was Battle of the
No, it's like in the
Bands.
Parent Trap. Damn it. What's it great? What's that show called from MTV?
Oh my god, it's
Parental Control.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Then Parental Control. It's
you need to elaborate.
I thought it was like Bad Parents or something.
Bad Parents.
Parents.
It's a show where essentially there's a girl dating a guy, and the guy's bad for some reason, and so the parents each they hold auditions and pick someone else to go on these stupid fucking dates with them. But it's the scripted most worst show ever. Of beat small man, beat dumb man.
Be dumb smart.
But what is dumb man? We must ask.
There was a show on MTV called Bully Beatdown, which
What?
was literally just someone would like call in and be like, "I'm being bullied," and they'd bring in the bully and be like, "Hey,
Oh, yeah.
are you a fucking jackass?" And they'd be like, "I'm a real one." It's like, okay, do you want to like actually have a fight with someone? It's like, I could beat any motherfucker. Okay, here's this like 3-time MMA champion to whip your ass for a minute. Like, oh shit.
Well, it's a show. We need to watch.
no.
We need to go back through MTV's like 2001 catalog.
Dude, it's good.
Oh, I remember this one show.
16 and pregnant.
This one show called like I forgot what it was called. It was like there was one show called like it was about being a pickup artist. And like this guy, and it was like super scripted. He would go around and like just say these cringy things to women and like pick them up. I'm audience. I'm air quoting heavily. It's like I think that's why so many people from like y'all's generation are incels. My incels got radicalized in a different way.
Yeah,
That's true. Our
we
incels
got
don't
caught up
do
by
anything,
reply
which
girls.
is good. Because the incels that do things.
Yeah, the fucking terrorist. Oh my god. I think more people have been killed by like incel terrorists in the past 5 years than like gang shootings.
Dude, and honestly,
Yeah.
I've been... one
You've
of my
been-
favorite
you've been taking the red
philosophers
pill.
of modern times is Slavoj Žižek, if you guys know who he is, a Slovenian guy. He's a Hegelian Marxist. but he talks about it in a serious way, and I'm like, do people actually consider this? And I'm following people that he talks about. They're more minor, but of like taking the incel phenomenon seriously, not as they're a meme, but it's an actual thing.
Yeah, it's a problem.
And I think it makes sense, right? About how like the pipeline to you feel rejected by society and especially sexually.
Yeah, it's about
and
women.
what that leads to.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Because it leads to a lot, and the good part now is there isn't really like a mass movement. Because if there were a mass, like that's how fascism and things like that start. Is you get a mass movement for people who feel like they're down and out. And
Fascism
Well, no,
started
like-
by incels.
no,
Exactly.
you're literally you're correct. Like Steve Bannon, do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Like one of Trump's dudes. Steve Bannon, like part of his like strategy was targeting men that felt rejected by society and sexually frustrated.
Because I'll
Yeah.
be honest with you,
And now they're
if
called
you're
the Proud
in-
Boys.
Yeah, they're proud.
if you're in that state, you want to feel like you're part of something.
Yeah.
And you can't do shit on your own. They
Yeah.
say, hey, there's nothing wrong with you. It's wrong with this thing.
Society.
Let's go against this thing.
Yeah.
I think
And
about
honestly, it does. If you're in a group, it does fucking wonders. That's the problem with it. Is that most of the people end up. I mean, they end up with wackadoo beliefs,
Yeah.
but they end up becoming
They have
more
friends.
normal.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have friends. They're societally active now.
I'm glad that I
Which is
very
scary.
rarely spoke any opinion that I ever had when I was younger and had friends that were level-headed people, because I remember thinking back when I was younger, like incel thoughts, and then coming across it years later and being like, oh, people agree with me. Wait, why is everyone making fun of them? Oh no, this is bad. And then thinking about it myself, and then no one ever knew that I had these thoughts, and I was like,
And that's
dodged
kind
a
of
bullet.
it's kind of like a good thing about
Dodge the
internet
bullet
shame
and
culture, because you
so-
came across people mocking that thought process.
Yeah, because if you were younger, like,
Yeah.
like 5 years younger today, you'd be an Andrew Tate kid.
Yeah, and
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck no.
and dude, and,
Not
and,
me.
and now these fucking kids that had the same thoughts you did got their opinions validated by Andrew Tate because they're 14 years old, asked out one girl, got rejected, and now they're like, all women are trash, and I will be an alpha male like Andrew Tate. It's
How are you
fucking-
going to be an alpha male and look like that?
I know. But, yeah,
He looks like Gru if he had a glow.
Grew with a six-pack.
Dude, I love when he takes off his sunglasses. Just like it just bleeds insecurity out of his face. Yeah.
I'm so secure, guys. Please listen to my podcast
And like,
and hate women.
yeah, and then he can't
I
close.
pay these women for sex.
He doesn't close his mouth all the way when he talks. That like really like his teeth are always out.
That's how you show dominance, dude.
Yeah,
chimpanzees.
bear-
All right, they smile to show their alpha-ness.
One time, my
I think
dad.
it's the other way around. If you smile with a chimpanzee smile, it's beta. But if it's like that's alpha or
Yeah,
some shit. I don't know.
ever seen those videos like people on like safaris interacting with gorillas? Like there's this one famous one like this like these guys are taking like some wildlife photos,
Yeah.
and this gorilla comes by and like grabs the camera guy with the ankle and drags him like 8 feet, and like the camera guy's just like he's looking at the ground as hard as he can because you know if you look a gorilla in the eyes it'll fucking kill you
Yeah.
like immediately. Just what, bro?
Who's doing that?
The fist goes through your
Yeah.
face, not the back.
I
could take one.
There are people who exist that actually believe that.
Okay,
That actually believe they could
That
take a
is one of my
gorilla.
favorite graphs that I've seen. Is it's the American versus British.
Yes!
What animal do you think you can take one on one
the
without
American.
a weapon?
Okay, I'm pulling that.
right?
That's so good.
It's pretty
so
bad.
good.
I'm pulling that up from the viewers. Okay, what the
The problem
Yeah.
on some of it is though, like not the like I could take a fucking elephant man on man, right? Is the people you know how it's only like 85% I could take a rat.
Yeah, that's. That's weird. Like
People
you,
was like,
you should have more
That boy's
confidence.
gonna get me. That boy's gonna get me. I'm fucking.
Wait,
I'm done.
let's
I'm
do
done.
it. What animal could you fight? Graph is that? Yeah,
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like people. I think it's like rat is the highest, and then cats below that. Just
Well,
like
there's
pick the fucking thing up.
There's a fucking rat in my room, honestly.
Wait, you're serious?
Yeah,
Like
it's
a-
comes out of the vents. So like I taped up the vents because like it came out like my roommate's box of Cheez-Its. Like,
Okay.
like a fucking stereotypical rat. What the fuck? Playing up to his own species.
Okay.
Like a beta.
This
So
one
we
is-
taped
it-
up,
it's
like,
not- it's
in the
not-
morning there was like a hole there now, and I was like, okay, so this is
Okay.
definitely
Oh,
a rat.
yeah.
It's not that bad, but holy shit, Brits are pussies. Okay, so roughly.
We're just realistic. You
No,
I can find
okay.
anything with my
Oh, okay,
bare
okay,
hands.
okay. Get this. Only like 69% of Brits think they could take a
Nice.
rat in a fight. while it's like roughly, I want to say 72% of Americans.
Okay, that's
The biggest
3%.
discrepancy. Okay, the house cat's pretty much even. It was below 70. The goose. Okay, only 45% of Brits think they could beat a goose in a fight. While
Have
for
you ever
America,
fucking seen a goose?
I have
though?
killed
Yes.
multiple geese.
You think I'll be whacking
go.
around like a fucking
well-
flail?
well, like
Just play nunchucks with it.
I killed one halfway with a gun, the rest of my bare hands to finish it off.
So you shot your kneecapped a goose.
Beat it to death. okay. The best one is like, it's like. Okay.
Geese are
An
fucking
eagle.
evil in England.
Only
They are,
19%.
They're always evil.
Okay, only 19% of Brits think they could beat an eagle in a fight, while it's exactly 30% of Americans think they could beat an eagle in a fight.
Solid punch when it comes at you, boys.
I can
Just one punch, it's gone.
Tears your fucking
Wait,
tendons.
Now, a falcon, I would not fuck with because they don't claw you; they punch you in the back of the fucking head.
Because they're diving like
Because
120
they-
miles
yeah,
an
no,
hour.
They go up to like the stratosphere. They die. This is how falcons actually
Are
hunt.
you scared of falcons? Can you get a fucking falcon punch?
Yes,
They will
yes.
literally falcon.
It's literally a falcon punch. You hear like falcon.
He's done it in midair. He's taking it.
Giant man
Dude,
with
dude,
fucking
dude,
goggles.
Tristan,
Yes.
Tristan, just fucking tech it, bro.
They can. They
Oh
can.
yeah, dude, you should tech.
They will
You-
crack turtle shells
Yeah.
with their fists.
No, they crack turtle shells by dropping them. What the fuck are you
That's
talking
talent.
about?
No, Falcons.
Stop saying they have.
They can punch that shit.
Stop saying
Okay.
they have fists. They're talent.
They do.
Okay.
They hold it like a
They-
fist.
Yeah. So what? It's still a talent. It's
They
not
don't
like a
have.
Falcons.
They don't have
They
the
don't
grip
talent
strength.
them. They're not.
You Falcons have. You Falcons kill by punching.
Yes.
Look at a peregrine falcon right now. We've been.
There's videos of them punching rabbits to death. It's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
hilarious.
Let's go to the most reliable source, Reddit.
Okay.
Let's see what they said. Okay, today I learned that peregrine falcon hunts by diving at 230 plus miles per hour and killing its prey on impact with a bald foot. Like a bald foot. It kills other birds with literal falcon punches.
What the fuck?
This is the berserker shit all over again. I was right.
Hell yeah.
Dude, I could. Wait, you say birds? So
Yeah.
the falcon's just like punching a bird into fucking meaty to the ground.
Just a red electric thing.
What's
And,
the?
and pigeons wait until the last second to dodge the punch and get away. So the pigeon just ultra instinct.
Well, it's at
like,
the it's at the bottom of a parabola, so it has the most force.
the falcon's doing fucking math and shit.
Pulls up too hard, snaps its own neck.
Falcon flies by, just A-trains someone.
Punches through you.
Dude, the
Wait,
things
how much?
that
Wait,
fucking-
like
I know
I
falcons are
want to do
whack.
some more math. How much? Okay.
Look it up, but I know falcons are whack, but some of the bigger birds who are like, yeah, I could fucking take that. Like golden eagles will
Nah.
take a regular sized deer.
What are they called? Secretary birds with the massive fucking legs.
Oh, the ones in
Oh yeah,
Slam
yeah.
it.
the ones
You,
in New
you look at a
Zealand.
shoe-bill stalk in the eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck that
doomed your soul. Honestly.
But they actually love people.
They don't
Shoe-bill
look
storks.
it. They look fucking evil.
No, they surprisingly love humans.
Have you seen that video of the one in the rain where it's just like intimidatingly staring?
And
Yeah.
it's making like laser noises.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so-
have you ever heard them?
No.
Okay,
They
so-
sound like laser guns.
Okay, so a falcon weighs roughly 3.5 pounds, like the average male adult falcon. If 3.5 pounds gets you going 230 miles per hour, it would just go through you.
Christ.
There used to be this one, I think this one eagle, I forgot what it was called. It's prehistoric. It was big enough it would just prey on humans. Like, it would,
The rock bird. The rock.
yeah, essentially like the rock.
I think it was in Peru.
Barack
It
bird.
says Germany.
Let me be clear. I wanna eat some humans. Gotta have them humans.
It would just take
Black
children.
Adam, he just comes by and he grabs someone and eats them.
Gotta have them humans.
Let me be clear.
And pussy too.
But
fellow Americans,
birds are weird.
we're gonna hunt.
Sure. I'm gonna.
Sure.
I'm gonna get a few disabled kids.
We're gonna hunt those white boys. I'm
Not
hungry.
that white pussy.
I need that pussy.
I'm gonna catch those white boys lacking.
Break the neck.
H strap. I'm going packing.
It's actually a pretty good Barack Obama impression. I don't like that. I don't like that someone from not our country can do that.
So back to the animal fight. I want to like say one.
Let me be clear.
So,
Let me be clear.
okay, so I had this.
You're us,
Okay, so
and you'll always be us.
I had this one.
That's
Freshman,
true.
I had this friend when I was a freshman that legitimately thought he could beat a chimpanzee in a fight.
No.
I'm like, no, a chimpanzee will rip your cock off
Oh,
before you can like you can't fight a chimp.
No, the muscle density.
All right, all right.
Like,
boys, hold back.
if you had let's say
if?
if you had like a
Tune in
knife,
next week
if you had
for
like a
the
knife,
monkey
you could
fight, Zach versus a chimpanzee.
we break into the zoo,
Let's
grease
see
Jack
who
up,
comes
and
out cockless.
Oh, greased up. He probably
grease
had a
that.
chance.
Yeah, like because you're like. I mean, your
You're
best.
like slipping the knife.
I mean,
Stab myself. I'm already bleeding out by the time I'm fighting
the
shit.
chimp just grabs the hole and rips it open.
God.
No, the only chance of the chimp would be like if you could theoretically, like, bait it to swim after you, because chimps can't swim; they just drown. So you have to you just like bait the chimp.
Fucking
Like, come on, and he, like,
That's one thing that always gets me.
punch a chimp.
Yeah,
Run as
run
fast
one
as you can
one.
to the nearest body of water.
Because you can outrun a chimp for a little bit. Like, no, actually, for like, you can outrun a chimp over time. It has the same like burst speed as humans do, but like after a few seconds, you should be able to outrun it.
No, the comically low muscle dexterity of all animals that aren't humans is good.
Yeah.
You just have to hand him something. If you hand a chip a fucking stick and he picks it up, you're good. He can't fucking hit you because he doesn't know how to drop the stick and punch at the same time.
He's like having an aneurysm. He's like, what? But if you
They
fuck with
literally
but
cannot
if you-
like
if you-
drop things and do something else. It's dumb
Too
as
many
shit.
thoughts. Too many
thoughts. And we did that on command.
But barehanded, no, you're fucked, because they do something that humans don't do. Humans don't think to grab things.
Yeah.
If you notice any video of anybody ever like fighting off a dog or anything, they slap it and hit
Yeah.
it. You grab
Grab
it
by
at
the muzzle.
vulnerable points like the eyes or the throat or the genitals, and you dig your very evolved thumbs into the orifice and pop that shit.
How many dogs have you killed?
None. I love puppies.
Yeah, alright, Jeffrey Dahmer.
However, I know what to do if one attacks me.
I'm saying we had to learn how to fight off dogs in Boy Scouts. So
Really?
I do. No, I don't know. I think it was with Boy Scouts, but we did have to take something about fighting off dogs. So we do know how to like defend. I think it was just a regular self.
We had to kill a badger once in Scouts. Because it kept like attacking our tents and stuff, so...
A
Badgers are
a
fucking
badger.
insane.
Yeah.
You're lucky to be alive.
Yeah, so like basically we fucking... our scout leader came along, just fucking booted the thing into a tree. I think it like disabled it or something. It was just there going...
It's probably stunned.
That is. I'm just
I was like, oh fuck,
That
so
is-
he's got this massive like log.
Seeing a living.
Yeah, wait, he got a log.
He had to get this massive log because he had to put it out of its misery. Like he disabled this thing with one pug into a tree.
I just imagine the scout leader in his underwear with his fucking stomper boots on, smoking a cigarette, just
He's wearing the fucking hat.
That image is fully accurate apart from the cigarette.
like he's like it's a caveman. There's like thunder. He's holding it above
Yeah.
his head. Just
I'm sorry.
he's just like retardedly screaming at like a.
That's the second time I ever encountered a badger, so that was cool.
Nice.
Yeah, last time I saw one was during COVID. There was like a little family that was just walking through the streets because like no one was out and about. There's like tons of like wildlife walking through as well. I think there's a couple sheeps as well. Saw a few foxes. It's cool, you know, just seeing the wildlife come out and hang out by all the local pubs and shit.
I
We
love
never got badgers in China. All we had was wild dogs and carcasses of literally everything else.
Children.
Because there were wild dogs everywhere.
because you breed. When we bred dogs, we bred out their inhibition to stop murdering everything.
Oh, good.
So yeah, wild dogs are actually a fucking menace.
Because they just want to murder. But
They're
they
like cats.
liked me, so.
Murder time. Yeah.
Dude, okay.
What's up?
Oh, I want to say like so. Okay, so I really like this topic of discussion because it's fun.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the game.
Yeah.
Let me know if you guys need me to write this down or
Right.
someone else can. Okay, so pick 2. They will defend you. The rest is
Oh.
coming to kill you.
Mhm.
Okay, so your options are it's 9 different categories.
Right.
50 falcons. No, those are golden eagles. Never mind. 50 golden eagles.
Right.
10 saltwater crocodiles.
Okay.
3 Kodiak bears. 7 bulls. 1 hunter with a shotgun. 15 wolves. 10,000 rats. 5 gorillas. 4 lions. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my pick out of the way. I would pick the 10,000 rats and the 50 eagles any day. Because 10,000 rats, that's like an insurmountable number of rats. It's an unbeatable option.
I'd go gorillas and rats as well, probably, or maybe falcons.
Yes, it'd be pretty same as me because like the rats, it's a broken number of rats.
Yeah, well, if we adjust the number of rats
It's
to
like
like 1,000 rats.
But we're mid to aftertaste, which is weird. It's still kind of bitter.
How many rats is it?
10,000
Sorry,
rats.
boys, we're gonna be talking
If
about
we
beer.
drop that number
That's
to
all.
1,000 rats.
It maybe be a bit more balanced, but like,
Yeah.
like 10,000 rats, like the surface area, like what would you pick, Zach?
It depends, right? So they're protecting you, but are you controlling them?
Okay, it says they will defend you. It doesn't like. I don't think you can like do like Warhammer, like Total War, like commander
It's
movements.
not a turn-based shooter.
Turn-based shoot. No.
Yeah, I think the eagles and the rats is the way to go because anything else fighting off the fucking 50 eagles, you're fucked.
Yeah, but
Well,
Like-
that's
like
the
as
thing,
a
the
hunter,
rats
he can't-
will
he's-
slow them down because there's so many of them, right? So the rats slow them down, and the eagles will get them. Enough
Yeah.
eagles will get anything.
but there's
pretty much.
the crocodiles as well. You know, that's
Any alligator or crocodile, if you turn it on its side, it'll pass out.
No.
If you turn it on its back,
Do
it'll
the,
pass
do the
out.
gorillas know that?
I
I
mean,
mean, could you tell
monkey
them?
see, monkey do.
Oh right.
Well, gorillas
Also,
gorillas,
just pick up the crocodile and break it in half.
well, gorillas,
That's
well,
true,
see,
actually.
gorillas are really docile, so like you'd have to assume they're bloodlusted in their defensive.
They will run away more than they will fight
Yeah.
things,
Yeah.
unless you're in their territory.
Take me your big gorilla arms. Take me away, boys.
Yeah, how many times can a hunter reload a shotgun before? How many rats is he gonna kill?
It's
Yeah,
a
no,
belt-fed shotgun.
You've got a belt-fed AA-12.
What is it? AA-12? Yeah.
I mean, but even still, like if
All the
if-
rats
if-
are dead. His
like,
arms
Wait,
are
wait,
broken.
wait. It's a shotgun, right? It's a shotgun.
It's just a picture of a dude with a shotgun, so I'm assuming we get
It's
what's
like
in the picture.
it's like
Can we get a
fucking
punt gun?
10 gauge.
Is that pump action or
yeah,
something?
it looks like a semi-auto.
Can we get a 1 gauge?
He blows it. He kills himself.
No,
he
they
kills
exist.
everybody.
I know, I've seen them.
They're
They're mounted on boats.
You have to mount them on boats, and you have to put them at the stern. And they're used for shooting massive quantities of birds.
You're like in the water and you pull a string.
Probably. Yeah, if you put them on the side, it'll...
Yeah, I guess I never knew what the difference between gauges were. So it was like 12 gauge, like
The-
supposed to be smaller.
The smaller the
Uh,
gauge,
each-
the larger the
spread.
load.
I don't know why exactly, but for that's only for shotguns. For rifles, like typically the bigger the number, the bigger it. Yeah, like I shoot a 7 mag.
Yeah, like a 12 gauge is
Yeah, but
about
rifles
this
are
big
still-
around,
Yeah.
the shell. A 10 gauge is about that big around.
You
A
know-
20 gauge is
okay,
about that big around.
Something for
Oh,
our
okay.
international international viewers. Like a pump action shotgun is dirt cheap. You can get one for like $200, like
Yeah.
or even less. Like
And they're very efficient.
And they do the trick.
yeah, I this one guy argued with me about this, like saying that like 3 Kodiak bears fully kill 10,000 rats. Like no, they could not. They would get
They would get tired.
they would get piranha'd essentially. Like even if they did like barrel rolls, they wouldn't be able to like.
Yeah.
And plus, with like the way the weight was dispersed, it probably wouldn't just crush them.
Yeah, they would just like scurry around it.
Plus, they will like scurry up to the butthole and start munching through.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, if they
They
did have the
do.
rats, it'd be harder. But the fact that there are so many rats, the fact there are 10,000 rats,
Like 10,000. I think
it's
whoever
obviously
whoever made
gotta
this
pick the
did
rats.
not respect the power of rats.
Also, if you climb up, like honestly, the thing that I'm worried about the most is the lions. But even then, just like build a shelter.
Well, I think it's like in an arena
In an
type.
arena?
Yeah, like so you don't really get like prep time. It's like boom, go.
I mean, the bears and
honestly-
the bears and the lions are kind of upsetting, but the birds would very easily distract them.
I mean, just like punch them in the eyes and they're blind, and then like
if you pick anything other than the birds and something else, you fucked up.
yeah, the 50.
There's no way you're killing 50 things.
Because the
you
50
have
birds
to-
are just
you
like
have to
punched 100
stop
to death.
something, right? You have to stop something. Even if you had the rats, the lions would just cruise over the rats. Most of the stuff that moves fast enough would do that. That's what you have to.
But they would get tired eventually, assuming this is a death match.
They would, but 10,000 rats doesn't make up too much space. Assuming they're circling,
Yeah,
right? If they're all in one spot, then the lions, I think, are going to be smart enough to go around.
yeah.
So
Also, golden eagles drop things. They're smart enough to do that.
Yeah, so they could like pick up
there's
the,
50.
they could pick up the hunter's dead corpse and like drop pieces of him. Like if you had like complete control over the animals and like rats disassemble, they don't have like they don't use the hunter's like femurs as bone weapons to defend my.
Wait, that is something to think about. The hunter's also coming after you.
Yeah, so like he's going down first. He has the range. So like I would command the rats to make like a meat shield, like
Ooh,
an
that
Iron
is
Man.
true.
like an Iron Man suit, because the rats could definitely dampen the shotgun blows.
Not a punt gun.
Or if the so step one, eagles kill that guy immediately. Like send like 10 eagles at him. Then the rest 40 like whirlwind around you while the rats start like taking.
He's got a single action. Or he's got one of those rattlesnake guns.
Oh no. Also, one more thing I want
No,
to
really, that is.
yeah.
Oh,
I got
go
an
ahead.
animal fun fact.
Don't
after
do
that.
it.
Oh yeah, do a fun fact. Yeah, because I want to like kind of like change topics, but yeah, finish your fun fact.
So, fun fact about kangaroos, Craig, if you didn't know this.
They killed a man today.
They're very deadly.
Yeah, like they had to shoot it. The
They
police
hate dogs.
Yeah.
They hate dogs.
They hate dogs
Yeah.
because they look like dingoes. And dingoes eat their babies.
It's almost like dingoes are dogs.
So what they do is, well, they hate domestic dogs.
Yes, yeah.
So what they do is they go into the river, and the dogs are like, "The fuck? The fuck is that?" And the kangaroo's like, "Come here,
I'll
motherfucker."
drown you.
And the dogs will go like over there because like, "Hey, are you okay?" It will grab it by the head with its muscular, like oddly human-like arms, and then crunch.
Whoa.
It will crunch its abs and hold it there until it stops moving.
What?
And then
If
it
it
feeds.
sees, like, it will do something, like mind its own business. If it thinks it hears a dog, it will immediately go find water in an attempt to do this.
Why
Chad.
water?
Because
So you can drown it. Right?
because they're
Dogs
tall
are,
enough to stand on the bottom, and they're strong enough to hold the dog's head underwater.
Oh, fuck.
Like those, have you ever seen those fucking videos of
Yeah.
those swole ass kangaroos?
Yeah.
For some reason, why do they have such muscular arms? What do they do with those arms?
Jumping.
Like I know they like
No.
hop forward a little bit, but like it looks like
not-
they're fucking like Ronnie Coleman
I
just
think
fucking.
they're just
I wait,
up.
babe.
if you hold a limb up where it's going to naturally hang, it's gonna get fucking
Is
massive.
that why Kangaroo Jack wasn't in the film for most of it?
Exactly.
He
He was-
Michael Vick.
Kangaroo Jack's off stream times him just drowning all the time.
Alright, Jack, we're ready for your question. Jack, what are you doing?
God.
Because that's that famous, that pretty famous video of the guy with the kangaroo where he goes up and he punches it. It's because he's going after his dog.
I love that
Yeah.
video. Like this, the kangaroo's holding a dog, and this fucking like bogan wearing a backwards baseball hat comes up and just he squares he squares he squares up like this, and then we're seeing
Yeah, and then the kangaroo's like,
the kangaroo has clearly never been punched in the face before.
fuck?
He's like, I didn't know this was an option.
He
What?
doesn't look hurt. He's just like, what?
What? Yeah. One time I saw an ant punch one of her horses in the face and it was being rowdy.
Nice.
The horse like
goes in.
just like no, its fucking jaw went sideways. Like what? Oh my god. I'm laughing too hard.
Yeah, stop.
This is not a comedy podcast. This is a serious podcast.
One thing I want to mention, I kind of want to broach this topic is I don't like the new changes they're making to D&D.
Yeah.
Like
It
the
is
D&D
te-
one.
It's test
It
process.
does-
What was that? What was the Because some of them I saw that were like got rid of all race restrictions.
There's-
and whatnot,
there's
where
no
it was
race.
Tasha's Cauldron of Everything. I think.
No, that wasn't
The-
Tasha's. That was a new one. That was
No, well,
No,
Tasha's
that was
did
an
do
add-on in 2021. That was an add-on to 5e that did exactly
Yeah.
that.
It's called like
Don't-
Mordecam's Multiverse of Monsters, and it's just like you can add
Mordecai's.
you can add whatever bonuses you want to a race. Just pick two skills, pick one skill to increase by 2 and one skill to increase by 1.
But like this is they're testing a new edition.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
like
No,
D&D,
it's like
one?
D&D
One,
yeah.
I saw that.
which is stupid.
I saw that.
I don't like.
Like they took criticals away from most classes or
Yeah.
most things. Like you can't crit on a ranged spell.
And Paladin is I think it's a subclass now.
Dude, I always want my paladins underpowered and shitty until you pick the right subclass, and then it's
Listen,
no one's having
3.5
any
is
fun
unplayable.
Delete
Dude,
balls.
I'm telling
like,
you,
okay,
you
like,
should go back to D&D 2, where paladins were trash until you picked Inquisitor, and the game was ruined because all magic, nothing worked.
I mean, well, like the problem, like D&D
but-
5e has plenty of problems, but it's so accessible and easy to play. But I don't like what they're doing with the new one. Like I think, like racial bonuses made things interesting. Like and it seems like they're taking them out due to ideological reasons more than gameplay reasons. And I'm like,
Because
that's not really a good idea.
The big draw about racial bonuses, I think this is more 3.5 and before than it was in 5e, is that you had the bonuses to your stats, but those coincided with the other bonuses, right? Like a lot of the dwarf stuff, it encouraged you to go one-on-one with big shit because you had the big con bonus, and then there were the giants and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The fact that they're getting rid of all of it means that that everything is the exact same. You're essentially playing a human every time you play. You're just playing a different variation of human, but which is boring.
It's
right?
really taking away from a core mechanic that's been in there since second edition. Like, it wasn't there in first edition because like the classes were the races pretty much.
Were dwarf.
Yeah, you were the elf, the dwarf, or the human paladin or cleric. No, you weren't even cleric. You were a white
It
mage.
was fighting man,
Yeah, magic man.
magic user, and
I mean,
But you might be like white mage or something.
I mean, like
something like that.
5e is so easy for people, for newbies to get into. I'm gonna keep on using it for a while.
Have you looked at Pathfinder 3.5?
I have not.
Pathfinder 1?
See, the problem is, it's like I have such a busy like schedule. I don't really want to learn a new system, even though I hear good things about it. I just like I know 5e like the back of my hand. That's
It's
like,
better 3.5, honestly.
Yeah, I never played through. I got into 5e when I was a senior in high school, so 2017.
Okay, so a good rundown of 3.5 is take all your... What's your favorite class to play?
Human fighter.
Okay, human fighter. You know how you don't like feats?
Yes.
You're fucked. You get no features at all. You have to pick feats.
Okay.
But there's hundreds of feats. So you're entirely feat based, and like if you were retarded and went fighter from level 1 to 20 without ever taking a feat, you would have nothing but a very high base attack bonus.
I see what you mean.
A level 20 paladin can smite 3 times a day.
That's horrible.
And if you you had to call a smite. You had to go,
Yeah.
I am smiting this person right now.
Not-
in this turn. Not any other turn, this turn. And if you whiff,
It's
you smite.
you smite the
That's a
air.
smite.
And
Gone.
now what happens is you do get a bonus to the attack equal to your charisma, and a bonus to your damage equal to your level. So it's pretty broken. However, in Pathfinder, you still can't smite very much. However, you go, I'm smiting you. And for the rest of combat, that person gets smite damage. Because it's making sense. It's like,
No.
God is angry at you in particular, and you're going to feel that hatred. And I can only do this a couple times a day because God's fickle.
Well,
No, 'cause they have really good roles, I guess, for the classes to play. Like a Pathfinder, right? A paladin is the boss class. A paladin
Yes.
is you pick the big boy and you go against him, which makes sense as a paladin.
And they have
right?
archetypes,
Chivalrous
kinda
knight.
like-
You're not gonna
yeah.
beat the shitty guys. You're gonna leave that for everyone else. As opposed to what they're trying to do now, which is
Everybody does everything.
everyone can do everything.
that kind of takes the point out of the game. It's like you're supposed to be like different people of different skills, and but your character's backstory, do whatever you want to do. You can be like a gay Goliath, and that's like fine. It's not like you're lacking representation by having different races and species be good at different things.
Yeah. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't like it. Because, like, back in 3.5, if you played a druid, you were the main character.
Yeah.
Like-
For most, I forgot to mention this too. For most races, you can pick your size.
What the fuck?
You can
What?
be medium, you can be small. Either one of them. Human, you can do that. I think dwarf, you can even be medium or small as well. There's a couple of them that you can.
Medium
elf.
goblin. I'm not a hobgoblin. I'm just a really tall goblin.
Okay, that's not real. Yeah,
You mean you're not a
Hold on.
superior
Wait, guys.
race?
Guys, well, like, we're kind of like talking about like, our own like esoteric nerd shit. Craig, you just got into like my D&D game.
I did.
What do you think so far about it? Like, you're
garbage.
What are you
isn't it?
playing?
I am playing a Warforged Paladin.
Damn it. You memed him. Why?
Sake,
I
Dave.
memed me?
just
What do
kidding.
you mean? What?
Like, it's a really good class,
Hold on,
but...
did you pick that on your own?
He did.
Yeah.
I showed him the race list on D&D Beyond and the class list, and he's like, I want to be a robot man.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Warforged
what's the
Paladin's
red-
very good.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It's very,
hold
very
on.
good.
Warforged Forge Cleric is
What?
fucking broken.
We'll let Craig talk about it for a
Let me
while.
talk about it.
'Cause
Yeah.
he's a little innocent boy.
Oh, hey, boys. Oh, hey there.
No, I'm enjoying it so far, honestly. Having a good time, got a good party going on. Yeah, because Zach's usually never there.
He hasn't been there to one session.
Honestly, yeah. And then
Oh, I'm sorry. Someone didn't want to come up and pick up their dog. But
oh,
Jacob?
jeez.
dogs, several
No,
dogs. Technically,
But I'm
not
liking the
stolen. I'll be there
roleplay
next time.
aspect. I'm liking how you can just like interact with everything, and I'm like pissing off Dave a lot because I come up with some crazy little things, and he's like, "I guess we can do that."
Because I'm trying to go for like realism of like this guy won't react fondly to you mocking him at this moment.
Yeah. So recently, so they like a bunch of like enemies transported through a portal to get away, and what I did was what we did was we used look through the eyes of like a creature like thing, and we had to like catch a tiny little bird. Like we spent like 3 minutes just trying to catch like a bird. We all had rolls.
That was really entertaining.
We missed
actually.
like 3 times. Then it's like the last person got it. We're like, great.
The
fucking
bird
touch
was
it, and then fucking
the bird's
yeet
like
it through
making
this
dex
closing
checks to-
portal hole so
Oh.
we can look through where they went. So that was pretty funny.
Yeah, one of the players played a warlock and she chose the invocation that allowed you to. It's
Back to
broken.
the chain.
No, it's the it's not the pack of the chain. Oh, it's the one like I forget what it's called.
Let you look through.
It's like eyes of like two minds eyes or something. It's broken. I didn't realize it existed. It's in the basic rulebook. You touch a creature, and as long as they're on the same plane of existence as you, you can just like see what they see.
Yeah.
And there's no. It doesn't cost a spell slot. It's just a feature you have.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
It's fucking broken.
It's
Yeah.
not that broken.
But
Because
um,
wizards
I-
get that through their familiar.
Oh, so, okay.
But they so when they look through the other thing, they lose their sight.
Yeah, that's what happens to her too.
Yeah, it's that.
Yeah, but like for role playing purposes, I'm happy. Like it's like they because you know I'm not going to be an unfair DM, and it's like they sent the bird through the portal to essentially the main like headquarters of the ruler of the
Yeah.
land. So it's just like a random bird flying around. So like. Randomly, the bird might see something cool. It might just be eating a worm. It depends on what they roll. But yeah.
it's sick.
Really cool aspect of the game now.
Honestly,
Yeah.
But during our first fight, we took on a bunch of like ghouls, and like there was this lady with a baby. And what he did was he just basically made us just get like we were in this wagon, and it was like all calm and that. And then he just made her just get fucking ripped out of the whole like wagon just instantly, just like boom. And I was like,
Dead.
"Where's the baby? Can we have the baby?" And then it's like you see the baby getting eaten by a ghoul. It's like, "Oh, okay, that's cool." And then like there's this big I don't know what it's called, but we called it the mega corpse because it's just a bunch of bodies mashed together. And we tried taking that down, and I like stuck my sword into the top of it. It's a big sword. It's not a great sword. It's just slightly larger.
It's a
than the
slightly
rest.
larger straight sword. It does
Yeah.
no extra damage.
It's just
It's
cool big sword.
it's like 2 centimeters
So a
long.
long sword?
No, no, it's a big. It's not a long
It's
sword.
a sword. It's just
It's a
2
big
centimeters
sword.
bigger, so
It's
it's
not great,
that's why
but it's big.
sword.
Yeah.
I'm just
Bigger than average
retarded.
But yeah, and I was just like on the back of it. I did a fucking front
It's
flip off it.
girthier.
That was pretty sick. Until
Hey mom, love you.
until Petra decided to cast like what was it called? Like flame.
Burning hands.
Burning
like,
hands.
that
But she
busted
didn't
cantrip
move-
you
she
can get
didn't
like.
move, forward. So we were all caught in the cone
Oh,
of
it's a level
fire.
one spell. Yeah.
So she just basically burned us all to death. She killed 2 of us. Did barely any damage to the monster, and Tom was basically almost out as well. So that was good. That was a good first fight.
And they woke up, and some guy with one arm was treating them and goes, "Oh, you're finally awake."
Just what I wanted.
If you want to learn how to
So
ruin every combat encounter Dave ever throws at you, send me a text message because I mainly play paladins when I play D&D.
Oh yeah.
And I have multiple times ruined Dave's day
Yeah.
by playing my paladin to its extreme.
That's
Yeah,
what
you're gonna
I'm
do
trying to
something like Tristan.
you just wait until Sunday drops and the meme character drops. I don't know what to use.
The first day that Craig says, so for my object interaction...
No, Dad! There's a guy on the roof with a bow. You didn't see him. You're dead.
I'm like looking through the window like, yes, do it.
Do you
God,
think
I was
the Queen?
smited by the joke.
Did the Queen ever played D&D?
No.
I thought you said, "Did you hear the Queen?" I'm like, "She here?
So what's the party made of?
Has she come to
Yeah,
visit
well,
us?"
what's the party comp?
The party comp is Paladin, Cleric, Forge Cleric, and then Warlock, Pact of the... It's not. It's the fiery... It's the burning one. It's like Pact of the Fiend.
Genie? Fiend?
Fiend, Pact the
Okay.
Fiend, and that is it.
Well,
and then there's Tom, and he
What's your
tries.
circle?
Tom is rogue.
Or what's your oath?
Oh,
I haven't done
he's
it
on
yet.
level 2. He
Level
doesn't
2.
have oath yet.
I thought
Okay.
level 2
Level
is
3
the.
decided.
No, it's level 3.
I
Some
thought most classes. Are
Yeah,
level two,
yeah,
right?
he gets spell casting at
No.
level 2, but he doesn't. Get
some
it to level
classes
3.
get
'Cause it's
level
like
2
rank-
things
Yeah.
Yeah,
react or reductively,
I guess.
regressively, retroactively.
That's the one.
But yeah, it's weird. It's
and
not my
isn't-
favorite
Because
feature.
for some reason I thought it was
I
level 2
forget
for
names,
most. Because
sorry.
Rangers are level 2.
Zuza?
I think I remember.
No. Other
I
girl
thought
was
monks were.
supposed
The
to-
British girl.
The
No,
last
no,
meme
the bad
classes
British.
that I played.
She's
were,
in England. She's not joining us.
But we.
Oh, I thought she was.
I don't know. I thought she was too, but she.
I don't know.
I misremembered the
I gotta
date. So
pick another
Landry's not playing with
character.
us.
No.
She's dead.
You're not allowed to play. Okay,
All
rules
right,
for
all right,
you.
No, go ahead.
You're
go ahead.
not gonna be the fucking frog man from the Egyptian one
Dude,
shot.
I
two-shot.
never replay characters. Tristan has been
And-
asking me for
and-
years to replay
and
Shaka,
and-
but I'm not gonna do
and-
it.
Why won't you play Shaka?
And Ron Jambo is no longer allowed either. Just-
Ron Jambo is in fact canonically. No, he didn't die. He lived. He lived.
All of
he
you
did
lived.
survive. Yeah.
Well, Dave died a couple
Dave
times.
died a couple of times.
Yikes.
I sometimes DM for people in one-offs because I don't like long campaigns, but some people like to ruin my ideas.
Dude, don't worry.
I'm not apologizing.
Get wrecked by facts and logic.
Ben Shapiro here got you.
Um,
Your feelings don't matter.
Actually, according to the rulebook, page 279, I'm allowed to whatever.
I'll just say the hard R if I need to.
I'm Ben Shapiro, and I don't have
Dude,
sex with my
Shaka.
wife.
I actually haven't looked at
I have sex
Shaka
with my
on
sister.
5e rules. He
Yeah.
might be good, and
my
they don't know
my
who he
wife's
is,
pussy
so.
is drier than
There
the
is
bucket
a
of
lot of
sand, and I like it that way.
spear-related feats.
I'm Ben Shapiro.
Because I still
And
remember
Battlemaster?
Broken.
Battlemaster.
Battlemaster Shaka.
Good. Because I remember in AD&D 2, where I first crafted Shaka before moving him on to 3.5, where there were 50 different fucking types of spears. I memorized them and said, I could use this. Anyway, boys, you'll see. You'll see. So it's Paladin, Cleric, and a Warlock.
And what was Tom playing?
Rogue.
And a rogue.
Tom's a rogue.
Yeah.
That's new.
Well, he played a rogue. He's played rogues before.
Yeah.
Really?
He played a
For
rogue
what?
for my one shot.
Yeah.
He did, that's right. He did. He did.
He only plays the.
But it was, you know.
Dear God, I'm really happy Tom comes up here playing D&D with us. It's really nice.
Uzo.
It's a
You
hit.
like licorice?
Yeah, well, I've had Uzo before.
So guys,
Well,
we've been.
If you look at the
so,
back of it, if you look at the back label of it, and you look at the very bottom of it, you can tell that I had that I can drink it because I had my bris. Okay.
Oh yeah, kosher in Greece.
So guys, we're
Yeah.
we're kind of at our normal
I
podcast
got it.
wrap up
Damn.
time.
The government doesn't want women to drink alcohol. Damn.
I think I think we should start getting it wrapped up. Any final thoughts?
Never wrap it up. Don't be
Never
a dummy.
wrap it up,
Come on the
boyos.
tummy.
Is there like a moral
Go
of the story
ahead.
we're supposed to give
Go
these
be a
people at the
G
end?
and come
I
on
mean,
your
like,
knee.
so what is the moral of the story?
If you chat shit, you get banged. That's what the Queen did. She got banged. She chatted shit.
Don't
be
smoke
a
crack.
slut. Come
crack.
on her butt.
Monarchies
Don't
are
smoke
bad.
crack. Come on her back.
Goodbye, Mom. I love
Jesus
you.
Christ.
Goodbye, Mom.
I
Mom,
love
stop.
you, BJ.
Mom.
Call me
Don't give a
sometime.
shit.
You call her
Come on
Mrs.
her
Camp
tits.
in my
Go down
household.
south. Come in her mouth.
Madam Camp, please call me. I wanna hit.
Mom, don't call Craig.
Madam Camp, please call me. Dave has my information, but if you want to get to me, just
Mom,
Don't be
send a
two-faced
raven.
like Janus.
Mom.
Uranus.
Oh my God.